Good at it.
What's going on, everybody? This is the BFB podcast. This is B. I'm B. And we're going to talk about
Stimulus checks.
stimulus checks.
Yeah.
So, Bernie Sanders was arguing over the stimulus checks amounts, right? So, we got a predicted range of about $600, $700, correct?
Yep, that's what I've heard.
But he's trying to push more for a $1,200 stimulus check. Am I right?
Well, you are right. So the way it's starting, and what this article reads, is that it's going to be it's part of the $900 billion COVID relief bill.
Mm-hmm.
So with the $900 billion COVID relief bill, they're going to add the stimulus checks in there and make it a total cost of $1.4 trillion. And they're going to give individuals $600 to $700 is what the plan is right now. And then for families and kids, it'll be double. Now, the question that it doesn't say in here is, will the families get only double, or will it be like last time where, like, if you're married, you get double, and then for each kid, you get an extra 100 or 200, or is it just flat, you get double?
Okay.
So that's what they're working on right now. They're saying that they're very close to resolving this and getting it passed through both the House and Senate, and then we just need President Trump to approve this.
Okay, so do you think, all right, so regarding the House and the Senate, because I think Trump will actually do this. I think he will pass the stimulus check, but do you think the House and Congress will do this?
I think they are working, they are talking that. Mm-hmm. The House Representatives and the Senate are discussing it between the two, saying, hey, the House is going to pass this. Is the Senate going to pass it? Because if they're not, they're like, there's no reason to push it through. So that's why they're already doing this, so it passes both without issue.
But I'm saying, do you think there's going to be issue regarding?
I don't think there will be. I think that they're finally actually working together to actually find out what it is, what it's going to be. The big thing will be is if Trump does. But like you said, I feel like he's probably just going to prove anyways. At this point, he's like, okay, I'll sign this off so that we can
get it rolling.
Get it rolling and stuff. And plus, that's another $1.4 trillion that Biden then has to deal with.
Yeah, that goes more into. One thing about these stimulus checks, guys, they go into debt so bad. I mean, do you think that actually matters at this point? I mean,
I think it does matter. I think it's a problem that people are forgetting that it matters. Mm-hmm. I think it matters wholeheartedly, and so that's why, for me, like we were just talking, my stimulus check is going to go into paying off my bills.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I'm pay off my bills, and if I have any extra money from the bills, if I had money extra from my bills, it would go straight into investing. Mm-hmm. There's no reason for me to use more money than I need to, and just use the stimulus check to make myself better off in the future.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to spend it here now, because you know what's going to happen. That stimulus check's going to come out, and you're going to see the news, not the news, you're going to see all the commercials come out and be like, because I heard this already last time, hey, you got that money from your stimulus check, come on down to Frank's Automotive and buy your new car now that you got the money for it. And people do it. New phones, new cars, new things. They don't use that and pay off their debt. They don't use that and invest it and stuff. They're like, well, I need some money now. But then they take the money and they just throw it away into some other bill, and then they're always in need of money. So it's not going to, in the end, this stimulus check is going to do nothing for anybody other than those that want to use it wisely. They will use it to invest or pay off bills, and those that don't do it will be paying into companies to make the companies richer. That's all that's going to happen.
Or get in worse debt.
Exactly. That's all that's going to happen with this thing, which I'm fine with, because as the debt piles up for the government and the dollar gets a little closer to sinking and dropping, my money's out of the dollar and into investments, so that as the dollar goes up, my investment will continue to stay where it is. Whether it's in a company or
inflation and stuff.
Exactly. Stock prices don't care about that. They care about how strong the company is. So your stock might just shoot through the roof, but it's still going to be worth the same. But at least you're not holding money. At least you're not holding a pile of cash that's worth nothing. Where you're holding onto a car that's actually less than the cash that you'd be holding on to, because it's just appreciating.
Yeah. Oh yeah, freaking! I don't think the government's going to do, like you said. I don't think the government's going to try to throw a second hand and say, hey, like, make sure like you're spending
No,
give money.
well, they
Why?
can't.
Yeah. I mean,
So what are you gonna do? Force people to spend the money you want them the way you want the government wants them to spend it?
nah, I didn't mean to talk about that. I'm talking about like what you said, put in more
Oh yeah,
invest. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. Yeah, the government's not gonna be. The government can't tell them what to do. They just say here's free money.
Well, they don't have to tell them what to do, but they can encourage like we're not financial advice, by the way. That's what I'm saying. But like they're not financial advice. They can at least encourage the right thing to do is to encourage the people to take the right direction, to go into that right
You're
step.
right. You're right. And
That's
so what
what
you're
I was
telling me
talking
is
about.
the government trying to encourage them, just like maybe schools or parents
Mhm.
or just shows in general that are about and all the stuff that you see on YouTube about investing properly. All that stuff hasn't gotten to these people. I'm pretty sure this that isn't either.
Well, yeah, because because what do you think people do? They probably go home, they listen to damn TV shows, entertainment. They don't go out there. I mean, the average folk doesn't go out to. Not saying that they don't better themselves, but the average folk will go home after work and watch TV. They'll find something
Yeah.
to take up their time. I mean, some shit. If anything, YouTube's going to be used for entertainment, not for building wisdom.
Oh
like
yeah.
like
Of
Elon
course.
like Elon Musk said, like a lot of that stuff on there is free. You can learn a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like I learned how to fold freaking presents from that.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, freaking for Christmas. For I ain't gonna
So
say yeah.
I actually used YouTube to take apart my laptop and install a new fan on it and put it back together.
Yeah, that's
So
that's a skill. I mean, so in the future, like say like you want to own like a little computer store, like you continue building your knowledge. That little small step you took from you watching YouTube,
Exactly.
okay, it takes bigger steps and
a computer store.
bigger steps into maybe a business.
Yeah. Or you watch YouTube videos on investing and you invest more and more and more. Before you know it, you don't even need a business.
Well, that's why they
because
gotta
you're
watch
just-
us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You just watch us and make more money.
Yeah. Or when I financial advisor with this whole do not sue us.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why we post disclaimers.
Yeah.
But like, and
But anyways, yeah, we're talking. I mean, obviously talking about the stimulus and
Mhm.
stuff. We can't just talk about personal. I mean, we'll probably get back to it in a second. But what do you think about the government and the stimulus itself being another 1.4 billion? What do you think? How they think? I mean, we've talked a little bit how we think that it'll devalue the dollar and
Mhm.
stuff. What do you think overall, though, about the government's not just the stimulus checks, but also the aid
government?
and stuff? Yeah, and the government. How's that going to be affected
So-
with this new change of rolling out all the stuff that people have been waiting on since early summer, late spring, and let's be honest, the United States doesn't come to an end without it.
Yeah.
So it's like at this point, to me, it's like, why are we doing it? So what do you think?
It's the grand scheme of it.
Yeah.
So in my personal opinion, this is not talking like going more into on the personal level. I think these politicians and these guys sitting on the chairs and the representatives are sitting in the chairs in Senate. I think they're doing this for prideful reasons. That's my intake on it. They want, regardless of your political affiliation, whatever, libertarian, Democrat, Republican, or whatever, they want that attention to come to them. Like say, like for example, I'm gonna use you. B, you posted that stimulus check. Good job. And I'm gonna rehearse you.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. Like, I'm glad to do this. Run for me next time for my next term. That's
Exactly.
why. I think that's
it's that vote.
Yeah, I think that's why they're honestly doing this. I mean, I think it's more of it's going away from the moral philosophy and more to just I gotta get my shit done.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, but that's why I think the grand scheme of this whole stimulus check is like it is going to help the population if they use it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But in the grand scheme of things, I think these politicians, are just using it to amp up their votes, amp up their publicity, and then get their attention.
Exactly, because everything's already moving forward without this. We're already talking about the vaccine coming down here very soon, right, for people. I mean, that was just one of our other videos was the vaccine going out, being rolled out, and people having issues, side effects and stuff from it, like the whole face can't feel or anything. But now, even without that stuff's already rolling out. They were doing this, like you said, I believe too as well. It's just kind of, I guess, what's the word? I guess fan service.
fan service.
No, maybe not fan service. All I'm saying is you're right though. It's just for the vote. It's just for the vote. I was trying to use a nice, smart term of it, but
Public game, maybe.
yeah, maybe public game. But either way, they're just doing it for a vote. So in the end, all they're doing is like, here, we're just writing off for $1.4 billion, and giving it to the people of the United States, which of course I called it free money. But if anybody knows anything about
It's
actual
not
money,
free.
it's not free. We're
Yeah.
paying for it. It's our taxes that were supposed to go to something else that are now going into this. So the only reason why I get excited about it at all is like, you're going to give me my money back for what I paid, so then I will then take it and invest it how I want rather than
Yeah.
give it to the government. Because to me, this is one of the examples as to why I shouldn't be giving them more tax money, because they don't know how to take care of the money that I give them.
That's why I think they need me in the government, because I tell those people how to do it. I'll be a good leader. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Hey, this is how we do it.
Exactly.
This is how we do it." But
South Central does it like nobody does.
and I forgot what I was going to say about the stimulus.
Well, you're talking about running for Senate of South
Senate.
Carolina,
South Carolina,
North Carolina,
I don't know about
Georgia,
Tennessee,
Tennessee,
maybe Texas,
Florida.
I was playing. I can't do I can't do Texas, but I think, and a lot of people don't concern themselves too with the small businesses also too, because I think the stimulus checks are individualized. They're going to the individual folk.
Yeah.
So I think this will hurt the businesses also too, in my opinion.
So exactly, the thing is like this whole everything that's been going on with COVID. You talk about small businesses and stuff. All it's done is hurt small businesses, and then this is also not going to help the small businesses either. They can't get people back to work because they can't pay as much as the big businesses. The people are going to stay on welfare and collect the extra money that's being given to them on this. They don't have the legal capability of staying open. That's why mom and pop stores are closed right now, while Walmart and all the other big stores are open.
Thriving.
Yeah, it's like what the heck. And then of course Amazon itself is just going crazy because everything's online. But then other companies which try to do online sales have had difficulties because it's like, oh, hey, I'm doing a mom and pop store and I'm trying to sell online. Like, oh, no, you can't do that, which I've seen in a couple instances whenever COVID first started happening. Hopefully those got resolved. But a lot of issues it's really killing the base of the American, not the economy, because the economy is more or less giant corporations.
Maybe mindset.
It's killing the mindset of the entrepreneur and the growth builder, and what keeps us going. Yeah, exactly. It keeps us going in the long run. In the short term, the stuff that's keeping us going is just the big companies and day-to-day stuff. But the stuff that keeps us going in the long term is consistent new ideas that are going to topple the big companies in the end. We can't do that if all we're going to do is just adhere to the big companies.
Oh yeah, and I actually want to say something about the e-coms game. I think since COVID did pop out, I think in the good side of business, a lot of people took the pandemic to use it to their advantage, and they turned their businesses into online. Like you said, there's been difficulties, legal accusations about like, hey, you can't do this because maybe they're selling the same product or whatever, like drop shipping them or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, drop shipping's been around for quite a while. People make good money from it, and that's what's keeping those businesses alive. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And to me, these mom and pop stores should have just as much leeway in it, because like I said, this is early. This is months ago when I first took it off. There was a woman selling her stuff online, and the police actually came to her door and told her she had to stop that. Which throws me for a loop is when she's actually doing that. But it's just crazy. Let's just hope the stimulus doesn't do too much damage. And honestly, I want to be someone that gets benefited by it in the long run. So I hope it pays off good for me. I hope it pays off good for you, whoever's watching this. I hope you're taking that money and you're going to invest it or pay down a debt. Or, honestly, your debt includes your house. So if you have a house, put that money right into your house. Pay that debt off so you can be better taken care of. Otherwise, what's that money doing for you? Other than just devaluing the dollar.
Make it work for you.
Exactly. Once we get that money, it's already going to be devalued because of it. So what can you do to get it back up to what it's supposed to be? Yeah, exactly. So make sure to just like, subscribe, definitely leave a comment about what you're going to do with your stimulus check. I mean, shoot, there's lots of different things. If you're going to go out there and be like, look, I've got a ton of money already saved up, or hey, I don't care. I'm 22 years old and I don't care about saving any money like some other people. I'm just going to go spend my money on, a brand new car, a brand new freaking Mustang. Oh, you're going to spend your money on a brand new Mustang?
Nah.
That's all I'm saying. Maybe
I
there's
can't
people.
drive stick.
I'm saying that maybe people don't care about their
Yeah.
money at this point. I mean, at some point, people will, or maybe they never do. All I'm saying is, well, let us know in a comment what you're going to do with your money, and enjoy our videos, the others, as well as this one. Any last comments from you? All right. Otherwise, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you guys next time
Be safe, y'all.
on the B&B
Podcast.
podcast.
Jinx.